What is up, ladies and gentlemen? And we are live for the D4C, brought to you by Color Street Nails for the last race of the season at Sonoma. This is the winter season. Now, Sonoma is going to be a very interesting track. This is going to be the first road course that these guys are going to go ahead and go at it tonight. It's 12 turns, 160 feet of total elevation change, and it's a very, very tricky track. A lot of right turns. Deeds, are you in here, man? What do you think the action is going to be like tonight at Sonoma?
Well, I'll tell you, after watching and being in several of the practices here, I look for this to be a pretty competitive race, to be honest with you. There's several road course ringers involved in this.
Yes, sir. And one of the biggest favorites coming into here is going to be Valley Racing, who's actually won 2 straight races here in D4C. But let's talk about not really an underdog, but who else is going to be able to come home with this victory tonight? Who do you got?
I got 2 people that come to mind. One is the Dirty Worm Germ. He's really fast at this track. And another, like you said, he's not a sleeper, but that is definitely the Aviator. He's going to be flying low here.
All right, as I'm loading up into the race right now, make sure to check out for your game invites as we're loading in. Yes, Dirty Worm Germ is definitely a very interesting pick. He's a very good road racer out there. But I'm also going to throw Jose 720, the people's champ. Jose is no slouch when it comes to these right-hand turns, and there's definitely 12 of them, and majority of them being right. What kind of race are you expecting to see? Are you expecting to see a caution fest, a lot of wrecks, or are you expecting to see some good, clean racing tonight?
I'm honestly expecting to see some really good, clean race, and I really don't see a lot of cautions coming out on a road course here. I mean, I've been watching these guys, most of these guys all week long, for the past 2 weeks actually, and they've put in a lot of hours on this track. So I think it's going to be clean and green, and no doubt we're going to see some cars in the grass. And at the end of it was for a Tony Stewart and Denny Hamlin type finish.
Yes, sir. It would be actually a very interesting finish, especially if we get something like at the Roval with Jimmy Johnson and Truex right there at the end. If we get some finish like that coming down to that very last sharp right-hand turn 11, that would definitely be very interesting, and hopefully we get something like that. Hello, guys, all the people out there in the chat that are currently watching. Yes, we're racing tonight. Rob Clark. What's up, Josh? How you doing, Richard? And what's up, Charlie does WWE and NASCAR and the race hub. How's it going, guys? Welcome tonight for this D4C winter season race at Sonoma, as we're going to go ahead and take it trackside here in just a minute and just see what these guys are doing. Looks like Valley Racing is currently done his qualifying lap. Like we said in the beginning of the stream, he's one of the favorites to get the pole. So let's go ahead and go to trackside right now. And let's go ahead and switch through a couple of these drivers to watch their driving line and see exactly what they're going to be doing.
I'm trying to see here, but it appears to me like qualifying is in the books. Everybody just kind of making laps around.
It does actually look like qualifying is in the books, as everybody's kind of driving a nice, slow, steady pace. Hey, man, I love your setups. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it a lot. Shout out to you, Corn on the Cob. I love Corn on the Cob.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect here and see if we can get who got the pole position.
Already.
As I disconnected. Oh, yeah, so why don't you go ahead and stay in the race right here. I'm going to bring it back to the booth, and you can give us a shout-out on the pole position as we await the invite back to the main race.
Absolutely.
Once we do get that, as always, starting forward, we're going to give the national anthem a play on this stream. Everybody from D4C would like to thank all the troops, first responders, everybody that does great things for this great country. So in just a few minutes, we will be playing the national anthem.
They make it possible for us to do what we do.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just what those men, women, what those people are willing to do, put their lives on the line. You don't necessarily have to be in the military. I mean, police officers these days, I mean, it's basically like you're overseas in Afghanistan, the way the world's going these days, as well as, paramedics and everything.
Oh yeah, run into danger instead of away from it.
Yes, sir. So, again, definitely want to give a big shout out. Are they loaded into the race yet?
Nope, not yet. Just ended.
All right, as soon as we get our pole position sitter. Is that what we're going with? Are we going with Valley Low Deeds as the pole winner?
Oh, absolutely. I can't pick against him.
Well, since you're going Valley.
Goes to Valley Racing with a 109.638.
What a shocker right there. Valley Racing
Second's
pulls off.
Gonna be the Aviator.
Aviator's in second. That's actually a good run right him. Good young kid right there. All right, guys. So we're going to go and take a moment to play the national anthem. All right, guys, as we're going to bring it back to the broadcast booth yet again. Big shout out to all our first responders out there, military personnel, men and women alike. God bless you guys and everything you do for this great country. As we're going to be waiting for this invite, Deeds, as you said, Valley Racing is on the pole with Aviator starting second.
Yeah, that's your starting two right there. I believe that third was.
As I just got an invite from our guys right here, so I'm going to jump in right here. I'm going to send you an invite to the race.
All right, I appreciate that.
There you go, brother. Invite to the race was just sent out, and we're going to go make some right turns.
Left and right, snake around this. What, 2.33 mile track? Is that what this is?
It's 2.55, I do believe. 12 turns, 160 feet in total elevation change. As they're getting ready to go up through the first S's up this little hill right here. And we're going to do a little driver rundown. As we have Valley Racing here from Red Spade Motorsports starting number 1 in a 21 Ford Menards car. Right next to him is actually Aviator. And Aviator's having problems. It looks like he might have blown his engine on the pace lap because he's currently down pit lane. And if he's blown his engine on the pace lap, that is going to be a big heartbreaker out of that team right there. Strong qualifying effort. And I tell you what, they definitely put the wrong engine in that car. Deeds, are you loaded up in here, man?
I'm still looking at the loading screen right at the moment, but I should be in any second.
All right, once you get up in here, why don't you go ahead and take the second row?
I am in. It looks like the Mad Brownie qualified in third, along with D4C Sigma in the 88, who is now going to move up to second.
Yeah, and it looks like our little things are jumping all around as we have AK Poopy Pants, your last year's D4C winner, starting in 5th place, and right next to him is going to be Dirty Worm Germ in the number 6 car.
And then in row 4, we've got more smoke in the 42 And beside him, we're going to have D4C 4-speed in the 41 Monster Energy car.
There we go. Starting in, what's this, the 9th position right here. Let's get the number real quick. As we have the 42.
95.
I had the 42 right here. I know we had the 41 4-speed on the outside of this 42 machine. As we're going to come to the last 42 of a more smoke out of more racing. Right there. That's going to round out your top 10 as we're going to go green. So let's go and pick the action up with Valley Racing right here. As they are coming out of this tight hairpin turn. We're definitely going to see some problems.
Oh, yeah. And up the hill we're going to go and into the first set of S's here. Valley's bringing them down slow.
Yeah, this elevation change, what they're about to go in, once they get green here, this big elevation change, Valley Racing's going to get a huge start.
Oh, wow.
He's going to clear them by a mile coming up the hill.
Yeah.
Now, this hill section right here is pretty tricky because you're going to want to downshift at least down to second gear, and when you downshift and you're coming out of that turn right there, that right-hander, your car is going to get mighty light and you're going to get loose. As we have Valley clipping the grass a little bit. And just a tough break right there for the 34.
It's unbelievable, honestly. I mean, I can't believe that they didn't bring a stronger piece to the race tonight.
Yeah, as we had the 22 of Mad Brownie up here in second place. I tell you what, that's definitely a shocker for me. He's definitely going to be in contention for Rookie of the Year for D4C. Let's look at them snake through all this.
Valley brings him down through the chicane here.
Yeah, we have Mad Brownie racing out of Checkers and Wreckers clan right here with Stout Whiskey. I bet you he's a proud owner of that team right now. See his 22 machine up there battling for second place by a mile, honestly, as Valley is going to lead your first lap here at Sonoma.
And lap 1's in the books. The 21 of Valley Racing brings it down across the start-finish line to lead lap 1. And we've got the 18 looking inside of the 11 for, I believe it's 4th place here. Little battle on the track.
Yeah, it's 11 of CMG Rose and 18 of AK Poopy Pants, and we have Dirty Worm, and 18's going to go off in the grass. Now, this is another thing I want to mention here. Cautions barely come out here because you off in the grass, they're not going to throw a caution for that. So you get in basically a wreck like AK Poopy Pants, just got in. He lost like 10 positions right there. He's running about 15th place right now.
1 minute going for 2nd place or 3rd place, and the next minute, one little error, and you pay the big price here.
And that's one thing about the grass. This grass is a monster. Once you hit that grass, it's tough to get out of it, and the grass just ate Poopy Pants. As we have another guy going through the grass right now. Couldn't really get a car number on him, but let's look at CMG Rose as he's running 5th place.
And the 95 is off in the grass. He's slow. Looks like he might have gotten a course penalty there.
As we have the 41 of 4-speed, not guaranteed before this night's over. The 41 of 4-speed. Ooh, he gets a little loose coming out of that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you saw that. He got loose coming out of that tight hairpin turn, coming down to the start-finish line. And that's very, very tricky. It's also going to be interesting to see people get in the pits because they're going to be carrying a lot of speed, and they're going to need to get slowed down quite a bit, as I do believe the pit speed is going to be 35 miles per hour. And that's quite a big difference right there.
Coming down that long back stretch there and trying to make as much time as you can to get into the pit there. I mean, to drop from 160 down to 35 that's a tall task. We'll see who's up for it.
As I've already messed up on the stream, I've been stuck on the booth. Not even on the gameplay. We're not even watching them.
Bro, we were on the radio.
Rookie. This is NASCAR 101 on HD Channel 1 on the radio FM. Now, guys, radio reaches more people than TV because TV cable is kind of expensive, and if you want to cut your cable, I highly recommend YouTube TV. Just $40 a month, and no, they are not a sponsor of D4C at all, as we are now live looking at the action. Excuse me for that huge mess up, as it looks like the 8 is really slow. It looks like he might have had a penalty right there.
Yeah, that's the second course penalty that I've seen passed out today. You get off in the grass right there, do that chicane, you're going to serve a 10-second penalty.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
I might also add that if you decide to cut your cable off, you might want to call Color Street Nails.
Yes, sir. Color Street Nails is the sponsor of D4C. Let's go ahead and throw a big commercial break to them, as they have given D4C $1,500 of prize money, ladies and gentlemen. And the prize money is not just for the drivers. During the regular season, if you go ahead and put your votes in on who you think is going to win the race, and that person ends up winning the race, and you are there at the end of the race to collect your prize, you will win a $10 Amazon gift card. So it pays out to watch D4C here on Thursday nights.
That's brought to you by Color Street Nails /Starshine.
Yes, Starshine, yes. Let's not talk about the debacle of a draft we had just a minute ago. As just scrolling through the field right now, it looks like everybody's kind of single file. There's really no battles going on.
No, that's what I'm seeing here, and it looks like everybody's just minding their P's and Q's at the moment. I mean, we got 3 cars together here, the 41, the 19, and it looks like the 78. No, I'm sorry, it's the 32. That looks like the 3 cars we've got closest on the track right now.
As Valley Racing's lead has grown quite a bit on the 22 of Brownie, who's currently still sitting second place. That's definitely a good run for him, and that's definitely a good way to end the winter season. As
oh, yeah.
34 of Aviators definitely got a blown engine. Again, tough break for him, qualifying second. Just didn't bring the right parts for the race.
That's pretty unbelievable right there. We both know that he was one of the strong contenders to win this thing and didn't even turn 1 lap. Oh, and there's a big wreck in the back.
Be interesting to see if that brings out a caution, as it looks like it might have, because the 88
I believe it did.
Yeah, D4C Sigma is going pretty slow. Which I was about to mention, D4C Sigma running in 3rd place at a Dirty Air Motorsports. Running for D4C Coe 24 is the crew chief of that team, league owner. Not really league owner, team owner. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Dirty Air Motorsports. And they got a pretty solid team themselves, running with Coe, Silent, James Camille, who is also a Rookie of the Year contention to win Rookie of the Year once we get regular season underway. And D4C Sigma has been around for a long time. He's definitely no slouch.
I'll tell you, I want to say something about the draft that took place earlier tonight. And for those 32 guys to be in here racing against the other 31 guys, if I'm one of those guys, I pretty much know that I've made it to something bigger than me. Because that is one stacked field.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid field tonight as we are lined up, ready to go. It looks like Valley Racing lost a few spots because a couple people might have stayed out right there as the 17, and it looks like, is that the 31 or is that the 95?
The 95. The 17 and the 95 was just involved in that caution there on the backstretch, and it looks like they might have stayed out.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
They're going to sort it out, and they're going to come around for the parade lap here.
Well, I think 17 might have caused the caution, so he's going to the back of the pack. It might look like is what happened right there.
Gotcha.
Unless he blown an engine, because I no longer see him up front. And that's going to bring the 95 up front for the first time tonight.
Well, let's see what he can do with clean air. He's got his hands full there with Valley, though. Valley's going to control this restart, and if he controls it like he did that last restart, he gone.
Yes, sir. And that 95 is going to be Sweeter Feeds at Amore Racing. So I know Amore's happy to see this up here. So we have kind of 2 big surprises up front with the 22 of Brownie and the 95 of Sweeter Feeds. We kind of expect Valley to be up there. We expect Worm. We got Sigma. Rose is up there as well. AK Poopy Pants was up there, but he got into a little bit of a grass situation, and he kind of went to the back of the pack.
I'm sure he's happy to see that caution come out. We know that he lost several positions and a lot of track positions, the 12 or the 21 of Valley Racing.
As they're going through the S's for their parade lap, they do a manual restart. They do cautions, but off the restarts here in D4C, they're going to be doing manual restarts. Kind of give it a little bit more of a realistic feel. Deeds, do you have the stream up so we can get a lap count right now?
I do, sir. We are on lap number 10.
lap number 10, and I do believe this is a 55-lap race, correct?
Yep, lap number 10 of 55. We'll be at 11 to go when we get the green flag here. Or, I'm sorry, 11 laps in when we get the green flag here.
So we're about a quarter of a way through. So far, what's happened is Valley's asserted dominance. To be expected. But
Expected.
Let's do a rundown here. See, biggest surprise. One of the biggest surprises is going to be the 18 of Poopy Pants, starting about mid-pack. Let's go ahead and run through a little bit more.
I'd have to say another big surprise is that 95 sitting on the front row there beside Valley.
I think that's definitely a strategy call. I don't think they took anything, any tires or anything. That's definitely a big strategy call because if you think about it, setups aren't going to mean a big deal here.
No.
You're not going to find a lot of time versus a default setup or a manual setup as the 95 gets a great start on Valley, and he's going to clear him coming down into turn 1 up to the hill. Be interesting to see how he fares on these older tires. You know what I like to call people on older tires, right? I like to call them wounded gazelles.
Wounded gazelles.
Be interesting to see if this wounded gazelle, a sweeter
gets
feed.
for the 22 also.
That's a 22, a Brownie, still in second place.
And I see that 17 did in fact have an engine trouble, and he is on pit road as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a big blow out of that camp. So we have 2 cars right now with engine problems as the 95 of Sweeter Feeds looking to lead his first lap here at Sonoma.
And they're snaking their way down around through the turns here, and they're coming into the chicane. We got a few off into the grass. Looks like the 88 and the 11 back there. Probably going to have some penalties.
The 22 makes a power move on the 95. What a pass by Brownie, as well as Valley's going to get by him. It looks like Worm's going to get by the 95. So the wounded gazelle showed up as a pack of lions just pounced on him, and 3 of them get by the 95 in one turn.
Yeah, and I think that you were right there with your he didn't pit and take anything. I think they were just kind of sitting there waiting and feeling him out.
Yeah, let's get up to the front, though. So we're going to ride along with Dirty Worm Germ here of the 6 machine, as he's currently sitting third as Valley's right on the 22, Brownie's tail.
Well, we know about Valley here, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's early in the race. He's probably just practicing hitting his marks and waiting to pounce just like we seen that 22 do just a minute ago. On the 43s off on the backstretch here.
I tell you what, Brownie is surprising me right now. We might have a Juan Pablo Montoya of D4C right here.
Possibly.
We very well might be seeing. Valley's going to make a move on the inside, coming up to the tight hairpin turn. He's going to be running below the rumble strips. He's going to clear him coming out of the turn. That's a good pass right there by the 21.
Oh, yeah.
Out of Red Spade Motorsports. But the 22 is not going to give up just yet. He's going to be pressuring him coming up the hill.
And those two have pulled a pretty big gap. And as we see, Dirty Worm Germ is pulling his way back up here right at the moment. The field is pretty much single file all the way through.
Oh, the 22 of Brownie gets a little loose there coming off that hill. Gets in the grass just a little bit. Luckily able to save it, but that's going to let Valley grow his lead on second place, as we're going to go ahead and take another stroll through the field, see if we get any battles going on. Oh, and the 8's hard off into the wall in the grass.
Oh, yeah, he sure is. And he's in the other wall, and he's around. Sledgehammer can't be happy about that.
Yeah, that's going to be Sledgehammer out of Precision Motorsports, and the 14's also around in front of him. That might bring out a caution.
I don't look for that to bring out a caution here, but
no, they're still going.
The 14 was around there, and they smacked there.
Yeah, that didn't bring out a caution. Yeah, you wanna watch from the actual race, not the stream. The stream's always gonna be a couple seconds behind.
Where's this 95 sorted his way out to? He's currently in 4th place, so I think for not taking anything on that pit stop there, I mean, I really think that he's in a better position than he was before.
I'll tell you what, it was definitely a good move right there from the 95. excuse me, in a 95 because he was in the back of the pack. You know, he's not necessarily slow at road courses, you would say. So to be able to stay on older tires, as we have the 10 off in the grass, it looks like, but he's going to be able to save it quite well back onto the track. That's good driving right there from the 10. As we're going to be looking at the 78 of J.R. Horn. We haven't talked about this man all day. As the 88 of D4C Sigma, who was up front in the beginning of the race, is going to be running about, I'd say about 7th and 9th place right here battling, I would say.
Yeah, I seen him get off in the grass there. I believe it was him and the, I think it was the 32. They were off in the grass there on the restart, and I know that cost him some positions. But he's looking. He's trying to get around the 78. And the 4 is coming into play on this battle here. Right along with the 4. These guys are all hitting their marks really good.
I'm trying to see who's in the 43 car, but I actually don't have a number. A driver for that 43 car. So maybe we'll be able to see. Because him and Gotham right there are having a nice little battle. Just didn't have quite a name as the up to 17's done for the day. Tough break for that crew.
I'll be watching for the 43 car here. And 88 gets around the 78 finally here.
Yeah, the 88 D4C Sigma is definitely on the charge. Just tough break getting in the grass. Lost a few positions. But we're going to be looking for him to make his way back up to the pack as he's got a line of cars in front of him. Look at that coming through that tight chicane.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we do have a battle brewing right here between AKA Poopy Pants as well as D4C 4-speed in at 41 at a red line. No, excuse me, at a Checkers and Wreckers. Oh, Poopy Pants has got the checkup right there. That's a good checkup right there at an AK Poopy Pants. Not to get in the back of D4C 4-speed. Man,
look who he's got breathing
and
down
the 42.
42.
Yeah, the 42 of Amar. I didn't see him, but Amar Smoke and Amar Racing is going to be on the inside of AK Poopy Pants, coming down to this tight right-hander, and he should be. Oh, and AK's going to. He's going to hold strong on the outside right there, coming through the S's.
Yeah, that's a strong showing right there to hold on to that.
That was some strong flexing from AK Poopy Pants. I thought Amor would have had him cleared coming through that tight right-hander. But
yeah,
AKA,
looks like having that car on his inside made him faster.
Well, he almost had him cleared. He didn't quite have him cleared. I think he thought about sliding up in front of him, but AK on that outside line was just able to get such a run off the corner through the S's. He just cleared him by a mile, and now he's got about 5 car lengths on him.
Yeah, he does. I believe I just saw the 37 get a little close to pit road there, and he got pulled right in. And he's down pit road, matter of fact.
So that's going to be the 37 of who was running in this 37 Pro Viper at a Racing.
Yes.
Yep, at a More Racing, the 37. Tough break. I mean, it might have. Do you think it was maybe a pit strategy?
No, I don't think so. I'd be highly doubting that because he got pretty close to the end of the pit wall right there, and it just pulled him right over there. I thought he was wrecking at first.
So I'm watching Dirty Worm Germ here in his 6 car. He's catching the 22 of Matt Browning. I think Dirty Worm's finally starting to get into the groove of things. He didn't really have much practice this week. They brought the wrong car to the track. You know Dirty Worm's probably out partying all week. But hey, he's here. He's here Thursday night. They call him the road race ringer because always shows up for road races. And he's actually off the track in the grass as I'm talking good about him. But good save from Dirty Worm. I jinxed him, so let's not talk about him anymore. Not jinx him again. Who else are we going to jinx? As AK Poopy Pants is on D4C 4-speed's tail end, coming up through this little S's uphill. And oh, he had such a big run. Got into him a little bit. Good driving as they come down to this tight right-hander.
I'm watching these guys starting to slide around more and more and more.
Yeah, the tires are starting to get a little older, and again, with this much of an elevation change, downshifts and everything, and you combine that all with old tires, they're definitely get a little loosey-goosey off the corner.
I'm trying to get a reading here on what kind of fuel mileage that they're getting and how many laps that they can get on a tank here. But I'm guessing that we're going to start to see some people on pit road probably within the next 5-6 laps.
And that's another thing with cautions being a premium. We've only had one caution so far. We are likely not to see another caution. Do you think anybody's going to gamble, come in early, get the fresh tires, be able to make up time? But then you're going to look at, are you going to have enough to make it at the end of the race if we do go to green-white checkers? Or are you going to have enough tire to make it last through the rest of the race? It's going to be the big question as we're watching the battle still brewing between AK Poopy Pants and 41 D4C 4-speed.
And they're coming up on that 37 now, and he's got fresh tires. He just came out of the pit.
Yeah, he's going to be a lap down, I do believe.
Yeah, I guess this would be a pretty good example to watch here and see just what those new tires are worth.
I think the 37 is just going to let these gentlemen go by. It looks like he's struggling a little bit. He might have knocked his toe out or something, made a wrong adjustment down pit road because it looks like he's just struggling a little bit. As you can see, he's a little wide coming through the S's.
Yeah, I don't think he's giving anything up. It looks to me like he's trying to hold on to that position there, which that's a question that I have for you there. I mean, if you're in the back right now, do you pit early and gain from your tires, or do you just stay in the back knowing that cautions are at a premium and let Valley just keep on chopping down the seconds between him and your back bumper?
Well, right now, I'm going to say if you're not top 3, you come down early. Because the field is so spread out. Valley's got a ginormous lead on second, as the second's got a pretty big lead on Worm. And then from Worm, I don't even see 4th place in the picture. So fourth on back, I'd say go ahead and pit, get your fresh tires, come out on fresh tires, be able to make up some time to these top 3 guys. Maybe a caution flies out in the right time. You come down and pit, caution comes out. These top guys are going to need tires and pit. They're not going to stay out as Worms yet again riding through the grass.
Yeah, you're not going to lose a lap here unless you wait too long, I guess I should say. You shouldn't lose a lap on pit road.
Right, and you're not going to lose a lap. So I think the strategy from 4th on back, at least in my opinion, is going to be come down with maybe, just enough to make it to the end. Just enough, because you're not going to win either race either way, because I guarantee 4th place is probably about 6 to 7 seconds back on 1st place.
Yeah, I can't even see him in the screen. I mean, like you say, I can see Valley and Worm in the same shot. I can't see 3rd or 4th. And I'll tell you, the 18 and the 41 are still together here on the track. They got around the 37, and they're driving for all it's worth.
Oh, no, never mind. I thought I was seeing things. I thought I saw the 22 of Matt Brownie down pit road, but just my eyes mistaken me.
Yeah. Keeping an eye on that.
I tell you what, there's another car brewing in this battle right here between the 18 and 41. That's going to be the 78 of... Oh, no, excuse me. That's the 37. I thought I saw 78. Excuse me. That's the 37 Pro Viper. I was getting excited. I thought we were about to have a 3-car battle. But yeah, AK, Poopy Pants, and 4-Speed are still nose to tail coming through the S's.
It makes me wonder if Poopy Pants just isn't following him around the track here, waiting on a pit.
And it looks like a caution is out.
A caution is out. Wow.
And that's going to change the game plan.
Not sure why the caution's out. I didn't see anything on the track. Possibly the 43 car, which I don't think we ever got a driver on that car yet.
Yeah,
that's Tech 9, D4C Tech 9 in the 43.
Got you at a Strange Motorsports. Excuse me on that. Yeah, 43 at D4C Tech 9. There's so many drivers. I mean, there's 32 drivers in this league. So many drivers to remember. Still in the winter season, 3rd race streaming. We're not going to get exactly everybody just off the back, but we got a pretty good understanding of who's driving what and out of what team. As the 41 is going to stay out.
Speed.
Now,
4-Speed stays out.
I do believe he didn't pick because he was battling AK Poopy Pants.
Yeah, And we see where AK's at now.
So let's do a little quick rundown as we have Valley looks like starting second. Brownie's going to be third. Worms fourth. We have AK Poopy Pants starting in sixth. It looks like the 88 of D4C. No, excuse me. That's the 95. Going to be starting fifth. Behind the 95, starting seventh, is going to be the 11th of CMG Rose, and I can't quite see the number next to him.
It's going to be the 8. It's going to be the 18 or the 42. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be the 42 of Amore Smoke. See, I got a pretty good understanding of cars. I did pretty good right there.
Yep. Yeah, you did. And then the 88 is going to be on the inside row.
Yeah, yep, 88, which he's had a pretty tough break. He was running top 5 in the beginning. Made a little mistake.
Yeah.
As well as the 18 of AK Poopy Pants with a big, strong comeback starting in 6th.
Yeah, he's up there in 6th place here for this restart.
Now, I've called it once already. These people on older tires, the Wounded Gazelles, well, he's going to have a pack of 20-plus wolves behind him.
Man, I don't know what kind of strategy that 4Speed pulled there, but what do you think, HD? I mean, do you need tires at this stage?
My biggest concern with this strategy with him staying out is he might have just took 2, honestly. I mean, don't count that out. He might have just took 2, and if he took 2, that's actually a better call than staying out to have 2 fresh tires. But the only thing is, I hope he took left sides because this is mainly a right turn track. And if he just took rights, that's going to make him extremely loose coming off the corner. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles this restart coming up the hill with that big elevation change.
Man, I'll tell you, I bet these guys behind him are looking, and I guess we'll get to see just how if he gets a great restart, which we've seen that line there take off and get the lead. And with Valley behind him, we know the Valley is pretty patient, and he waits and pounces when he wants, when he gets the chance, though. So put a Wounded Gazelle out there in front of a Valley, and we know he's going to take that position. Guess we're going to see what 4Speed's got here.
Yeah, he's definitely a solid road course racer. I'm not going to throw that out there.
Oh, yeah,
the dude can race road courses without a doubt. He can race with the best of them.
Absolutely. Maybe, I mean, possibly he's banking. He took 2 there, and he's banking on a quick caution on this restart, possibly. I mean, not really sure, but...
So starting on pole position for this restart out of Checkers and Wreckers. As team-wise, we have Checkers and Wreckers starting on pole. Next to him, we have Red Spade Motorsports. Actually, we have a little team brewing right here in the top 4.
Yeah, I see that.
We have the Mad Brownie up there, who's also teammates with D4 Speed. Excuse me.
There's your restart.
He didn't get such a good restart. He's going to be able to clear Valley coming up the hill.
Oh, we got some contact up the hill.
Yeah, a little contact right there between the 22 of Brownie. Oh, man, look at those guys. Let's get a shot at this.
Wow. This is pretty intense right here.
We got the 11 and the 18 banging doors.
Yeah.
Someone's off the grass. Someone's off the grass again. Got it. Oh, the tent's hard in the wall. 2 wheels on his roof. Oh my God.
And Rose is around. And the 18's around.
And we have the 2 involved.
And we got a quick caution. Just what we were just talking about there. Wow.
Quick caution is out. No one's definitely going to come down the pit unless you're in the back of the pack. But I tell you what, someone needs to check on the 10 car. He was hardened to the wall on his roof, looking upside down.
God, I hope there's a safer barrier there.
I mean, you almost could have brought that to an Applebee's commercial, just like in Talladega Nights, how long he was on his roof.
Help me. Help me, Tom Cruise. Well, I guess we're going to see what 4Speed's strategy was there on that pit stop right here. I mean,
yeah,
maybe his pit crew just nailed it. I mean, it's possible.
It's definitely possible. If they nailed it, you need to give your pit crew a big raise. He came down and pitted. He pitted.
Yes, he did.
Very well. You know what it could have been? It could have been a mistake where he didn't hit the A button too.
Could have been.
I've done that once or twice in my racing career.
Oh, absolutely, yes, sir.
as that's going to split up the little alliance from Checkers on Records in the top 4. We're just going to have one. That's Mad Brownie.
Yeah, I believe the 95 is going to be the only one left up here, ain't it?
I do believe so. No, the 95 is from, excuse me, the 95 is from Amore Racing.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
So everybody's out of the top. No, the Mad Brownie. Sheesh. Got to get back to the front.
Yeah, everybody's on an individual team right now because you got Warren from Strange Motorsports, you got Valley from Red Spade, you got 22, excuse me, is from, do you believe Checkers of Records? Yep. And then you have the 6, I did say the 6. Who else is up here? The 95. The 95 is on Amore Racing. So just a nice little split up here in the top 4. Yes.
Got him with the blown engine on the restart there.
Got him with the blown engine on the restart, the third one of the race.
My. Attrition.
Top 5, and boom, shut off on him.
Attrition is the name of this game. Wow, that's the third car we've seen out of this race.
Shoot me an invite, man. I'll help you out with the broadcasting if y'all don't mind.
Back to the race?
Yeah, man.
I got you.
Yeah, he's got you. Yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, more the merrier. How was it out there, God, racing with these guys?
Man, it's a blast, dude. I tell you, I thought it was going to be pretty hectic, but it's almost like an art format there, man. Everybody giving each other just the right amount of room to keep it interesting. A couple guys misjudging the corners is what's bringing out the cautions. You know, they're just driving in too deep and running over the competitor in front of them. So it's just a little bit of misjudgment on the driver's ends there, but overall the racing's been excellent though, man. I don't know if you guys was watching that battle in the back, but
yes, sir.
Without a
thrown back, man.
Sure was.
Without a doubt.
I'm glad you joined right now because I got a question for you and you might be able to answer it for us. Did 4Speed pull a strategy move on the last one there, or did he just not hit the button?
Nah, he missed pit road, man. He was trying to get in there, but he just came up short. So
good call, HD.
That's another great call right there as we're going to get underway yet again as Valley Motorsports out of Red Spade is going to get a great jump yet again on the 22 of Brownie.
They're already in line behind him.
Yeah, we're going to do a little reverse cam here. Biggest question is, can Dirty Worm stay with the 22 of Mad Brownie? No, he's not. Dirty Worm's going to get in the grass.
He can't. Yeah.
He's going to lose, looks like. And he's off the grass again.
He's in the inside wall hard.
Well, you know what they say, you get your worm dirty, it's a little germy. As Valley is going to be growing his lead yet again on Mad Brownie's, without a doubt, favorite to win this race. I'll tell you what, Mad Brownie got him is a big surprise for us, running currently second place. He's been second place pretty much all night. Is Mad Brownie the Juan Montoya? Juan Montoya of D4C or something like that?
Actually, it's just as a surprise to me as it is everybody else, man. I did not expect Brownie
another caution on the track.
Another caution on the track, yeah. He's definitely showing his strength right now, it looks like.
I tell you what, he's definitely one of the in the contention to win Rookie of the Year in D4C, I would say.
Yeah, he's got a lot of tough competition though, man. Everybody who came in new this year is in candidate for the Rookie of the Year, so that puts Valley on that candidate as well. Jose, I mean, everybody who is new to D4C will be the Rookie of the Year. So it's going to be a tough battle, but I'm not going to say he's not going to give it a good fight though.
I guarantee he's going to give it a good, strong fight.
So on laps right now, after this caution, we're going to have 24, and then we're going to go with our. We're going to have 25 to go when they take the green flag next. And we got 20 laps of fuel.
So 5 laps shorts. Now it makes it different. How were the tires out there, got them on a longer run? Did they last good? I mean, what did they do?
I would. For me, it felt better on the longer run, man. The longer green flag we got, it felt better. I mean, it could be just a matter of getting my rhythm, but I didn't feel a whole lot of tire wear itself. It seems like on cold tires, the car wants to kick out really heavy over the top of the heels, and it's kind of forcing you to stay in third gear as you come over the rivets.
Yeah, we saw some guys out there dancing around on those old tires on that last run there, and we were wondering how they were handling.
Yeah, we got us a bit of a shake-up in the running order here.
Yeah, it looks like Looks
sir.
like we had
Valley,
a few people stay out and
Valley
try
was
out these older
leading.
tires.
And he's back to mid-pack. So let's see how this works out.
Now, the only
It's
thing
one
that's
way to
not
be
even
fast
in
when you got
mid-pack.
there, man. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles the traffic. You know.
I'll tell you what, that 22 is still up front, though.
I tell you what, that 22 of
Yeah.
Matt Brownie's looking to lead his second lap of the night. Now,
He's got 3 known road course ringers next to him, though. You got the 95
Yeah,
Sweet, the
That's what I
42
was
of the
about to
Ram.
say there.
All of them strong at road courses, so it's going to be cool with the track position now.
I tell you
I'm
what,
trying to
the
look here and see where Worm dropped to. He's right in front of Valley.
it's kind of be interesting to see how the 18 fares. He was up front, running strong early on, hit the grass, went to back of the pack, but he's battled his way all the way up. I definitely would say the 18 of AK Poopy Pants is a strong contender to win this, as well as go back to back with your
Last
D4C
year's-
League champion.
Last year's Rookie of the Year and last year's champion, I believe.
That's it. Yeah, Poopy's known for being good at the road courses, man, but he's not very consistent. You know, like you're talking about coming off the track and everything. That's something to expect almost with him. So I hope he gets his act together and he runs good, being part of Redline Racing and everything, man. But I'd love to see him pick up that consistency some at the road courses for sure.
Yes, sir. As we're going to talk a little bit of team strategy right now, as we have in the top 4 the 95 of Sweeter and 42 out of the Moore Racing. So, I mean, when it comes to team play, Gotham, do you expect any team strategy happening here at Sonoma?
Honestly, no, I don't, man. Not between them two, anyway. They're pretty not
The
trying
green
to
flag?
that bad, but selfish drivers, man. They pretty much focus on what they got to get done for themselves and attack, you know.
As they're 3 wide coming out of the top of the
Wow.
hill. And they're going to force, it looks like the 11 of CMG Rose out in the grass, but he's able to contain it quite well and stay back on track. Good driving right there.
A big old line following that 22 down the hill here and into the turn. Everybody single file.
I tell you
For
what,
the most part.
I guarantee the 22 is finally happy to see some green track out in front of him. Being behind
You might
Valley
even be
Racing
more
all
happy
race.
to see that 21 clear back toward the back right at the moment.
Something else to keep in mind, man, is the 95 off the track. Is the physics of the Heat 2 versus Heat 3 has changed a lot for these road course races, man. And the guys who are typically really good on Heat Evolution or Heat 2 might not be as good on Heat 3 though, because of the seems like you get a lot of tire spin in this game.
95 still off the track there, and he's struggling. He's into the pit road wall now. He's falling back to probably at least 12th, 13th place out of second.
Yeah, as AK Poopy Pants is going to take control of second place and try to chase down this Mad Brownie. But yeah, I'd like to go back to the physics I got him. Does the grass still eat you up almost like E2, or is it a little bit easier to
It's a
control?
little bit better. It is a little bit easier. I'll give them that. They are making improvements to it. It still feels like a big old slate of KY jelly out there, but it's you can actually control the nose of the car a little bit more than what you could before.
Oh, worm hard the outside wall.
Oh yeah, there's a
Big
big wreck in that.
Big wreck.
Oh,
And we got another caution on the track.
no, I think they're still going.
No.
No, we're still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still green,
they
man.
are.
They're
Yep.
still green.
I
Looks
was
like they
watching-
controlled
I was
it
watching
pretty
them in
well.
the braking zone.
We got Valley back up to 4th, by the way.
I think that was more of a lag than anything. But he's in 4th. I guarantee he's almost 5 seconds behind Brownie. With Brownie, we're going to start calling him Montoya. As it looks like we have a car going up pit road right there. It looks like the 19.
Looks like he got a little sideways under braking there, and it forced him into pit road. I don't think he was. I don't think
So what happened? All that happened to the 37 as well.
Now,
Which makes me wonder how close is he on fuel right now, because you know his gears are turning.
I was just panning through the drivers, guys, and it looks like that 18 is catching that 22.
oh, he's definitely catching him. He's about 5 car lengths behind the Mad Brownies. We're going to keep our eye on this battle. It's about to happen. As Mad Brownie's going to tap the wall a little bit. And ooh, man, I thought the 18 was about to get his right quarter panel.
Got the 19 parked on pit road now.
Yeah, it
That'll
looks
be
like
a fourth car.
it looks like we have a 4th car with a blown engine. So there is going to be some strategy play because everybody's short on fuel. The guys who did pit was going to be 5 laps short. The other people are probably about, I'd say, around 9-ish laps short. Now, with you were saying, Gotham, that tires aren't really a big factor on lap time, so there pretty much goes my strategy idea out the window.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's kind of, I'm running 116s, 115s out there on the track, you know. So the 22, the 18, 21, 12, they could very well be experiencing a lot more tire wear than what I was because they're running 109s, 108s. So, I mean, it's 2 different ballparks there, you know.
I'll tell you one driver I'm going to give a quick shout out. Our very own D4C Carroll. Carroll, where is Carroll? Is Carroll even racing?
He's racing, if you
Where's
want to
he
call
at?
it racing.
Where's he at? Where's this man? Where's this? He yells at me sometimes when I don't give him a
Isn't he
shout out.
sitting in the
Oh, there he
I'll
is!
find him
I got eyes. He just passed the start finish. Let's really look at D4C Carroll with the Chevy Lowe's for Pros.
He is all by his lonesome. It's a good looking paint scheme, though, man. I'm glad they put that scheme in the game.
Yeah, it is a pretty looking paint scheme right here. Carroll's running out of Precision Motorsports, which he is team owner of, which that team is having a pretty rough night tonight.
The 42 car is down pit road voluntarily.
So there goes our first early pit as we're going to try and pick it back up with a Mad Brownie. Looks like AK Poopy Pants lost all his distance. He lost a lot of ground, it looks like.
See if I can't get back around here, too.
Yeah, he was right on his bumper.
I don't even have the 22 car in a shot with another car at this moment.
Nah, they're up there. AK, he's about 10 car lengths behind, I would say. Maybe second and a half. As it looks like
Carroll headed to pit road.
Looks like Valley's closing in pretty quick. He's in the
Is that Valley behind AK?
It is.
Oh, I take that back. Carroll with a course penalty. That wasn't pit road. That was the straightaway through the chicane.
As we're going to pick it up for our top 3 runners probably through the remainder of the race unless we have a restart because we're under 20 to go, I do believe, correct?
I would say so. I think they have that
We're
restart
on,
at
Yeah, we're on lap number 38 of 55. Now we're going to be 37 when they cross the line right here. I'm sorry, 39. So 16 to go right here.
As the top 3 are pretty much starting to group, but fourth on back is pretty much out of contention, I would say, if this thing goes green. So with those guys, I say why not pit, honestly, because
I see a few cars right there in front of our leader that I don't know if they're going to play a role in this or not.
it's definitely going to slow the leader up, and it's probably going to bunch these top 3 up a little bit more as Poopy Pants is closing in on Brownie yet again.
And Valley's closing in on Poopy, so it's tightening up here.
And it looks like CMG Rose is currently running 4th place. So let's bring back to my little strategy call right here. So let's say CMG Rose and these boys pit. They're not going to go a lap down. These top 3 have to pit eventually. And God forbid there be a caution. I almost guarantee there's no way in hell these top 3 are going to be able to catch up. And it looks like Poopy Pants, a little trouble.
Valley blew around him. I thought he was going to hit pit road, but he didn't there. I don't know if something's wrong with the car or what's going on there, but Valley passed him and cleared him by about 12, 15 car lengths.
Yeah, I think Poopy gave that to him there. He pulled over and braked super early for the corner. He knew Valley was coming. And maybe Poopy's thinking long term here, if he can save some fuel at this point, he might better make it at the end.
This is true.
Very possible.
Yeah, but I think 5 laps. Poopy is one of the people that do believe stayed out in that last caution, so that pushed him a little bit more than 5 laps to save. And 5 laps, let alone to save, is going to be quite a bit. But
Look at
got him.
They're all a handful right now. As Valley takes it out wide and almost hits the wall. I'm watching the 18 right now, and he all but wrecked coming over the hill.
Yeah, this last lap of AK Poopy Pants was not a good one, as he's lost a lot of ground. He was catching Brownie yet again. Might have had a little hiccup. Valley gets by him, and he's losing even more ground, as it looks like CMG might be probably reeling him in.
Yeah, I think Poopy's trying to save his stuff, man. I really do.
He's definitely going really, really slow through all the turns that we've seen. He ain't trying to catch back up, so you might be right there. Got him.
See, for
I think
me,
he's keeping it in third gear.
For me, the better strategy call is going to be to pit. I mean, why not pit and bank on a caution? Because if you're saving fuel and a caution comes out, you're going to be stuck in the place you're in. If you
Our
pit,
leader's working through lap traffic right now. He got around the 10. Now he's, I believe that.
No, it's the 42 of Moore right there. He got around.
The 42. Oh, and the 42 goes.
And the 48 of Carroll.
The 48 of Carroll.
Yeah, 48 Carroll's going to do the right thing. Let him go by.
Yep. Good call by Carroll there.
I'm gonna try to get view on the leaders here and paint it through the field.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the biggest downfalls. You have to pan through everything. You can't just select. Hopefully, 704 games can implement something a little bit better.
Oh, the 10 car there is up on 2 tires. Oh, the 22's to pit road.
And that's
going to give Valley the lead.
18 follows.
Well, does that leave Valley out there by himself?
Valley almost has to pit. You have to pit.
He's got to pit now. His hand has been forced. And he's got several cars coming off the pit road in front of him, so I don't think he's going to be able to hit his line the way he wants.
You don't want to force your hand to there being a caution and you being the only one pit, because you're not going to win that race that way. And I especially say with the 22 of Brownie as well as the 18 of Poopy Pants, how strong they are, and they pit it, go ahead and pit. This lap would be my call.
Yeah, I would if I was going to pit, if I was forced to have to pit, I would definitely pit as soon as possible at this scenario. I mean, hindsight 50-50 here. I mean, he could be trying to stay out as long as possible to hope for a caution. I mean, we've already had, 3, 4 of them tonight. So, I mean, the likelihood of one coming out could be.
As we have the 22 of Brownie as well as the 18 coming out of pits together. Brownie's going to get a little bit of a lead. So they're now just coming out, and Valley just completed the S's. So, yeah, you're not going to go a lap down. And here, Valley's staying out. Wow. Bold strategy call right there.
Well, knowing Valley the way I do, I mean, the looser it gets, the faster he is. So,
to come to mind a little bit, Valley pitted and made his way back up to third.
I do
versus other guys.
Yeah, he came from the back up to the front.
I do believe he's still short on fuel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he's 5 laps short, is what I'm guessing here. We'll get a lap count here. Coming
that
across the line.
Right there, I don't know if you guys are following along Valley or not, but that turn that he just went through is probably one of the toughest corners to get back into the throttle at, man.
Is that uphill?
Yeah, man. As soon as you come up over the crevice and make that right, man, it's just the ass end of the car wants to come out so hard.
Yeah, it's that uphill past the start finish, especially when you downshift and on these little older tires. Because you almost have to downshift. Yeah. I almost guarantee Valley's downshift in a second. I know Valley downshifts the first in some of these turns. I know that for a fact.
It's a tricky corner, man. It's really cool. I started to figure it out right before my motor blowed there. But if you carry the right kind of momentum through there and you arc that corner really good, your tires are straight enough in the front that you can actually be on the throttle before you even get to the top of the hill and carry that momentum over without getting sideways. But if you let it roll over to the peak of the corner and then get into the throttle, that's where you start kicking out.
But as of now, we've got going to have 12 to go at the line up here, and I'm showing on the stream here 7 laps of fuel.
And he pitted as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's almost that's Valley's playing.
There's no way to save 5 laps of fuel.
I don't see it.
No way to save 5 laps of fuel. And I'll tell you, that 22 knows it too, because he is on it.
Now, if he wasn't at pace, if he wasn't running the pace that he was, I would say possibly. I mean, the road course is a good place to save fuel. I've seen it done.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know about 5 laps. I mean, that's a bold.
5 laps. 5 laps is stretching it.
Yeah,
maybe 2 laps, 2 to 3 laps. 3 laps being the max. 5 whole laps. I mean, Valley caught these guys, so he's definitely not saving for one. They're not catching him, so he's still not saving. He's going pedal to the metal.
And I honestly look for him, that since he's not pitting now, which we got several cars on pit road, he's not pitting now. I look for him to wait till the last second, honestly, to hit pit road so he can take a half a can of fuel, or half a can for 2 tires, something to get him out of there faster than what the 22 and the 18 did.
trying to look for some battles right here. It's kind of hard to tell who's in second. I'm going to assume it's the 22 of Matt Brown.
I'm going to find out for you.
Yeah, the 22 is in second. The 18 is in third. Well, after everybody pits, that's the way it'll be. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
We got the 8 car in 5th place right now of Sledgehammer. And I'm not able to see who's in front of him or who's behind him. But I do know he's in 5th. We got 4-Speed in 3rd, and D4C Sigma is 4th. Sledgehammer's 5th.
There's a little battle then.
Is 6th, and Tech 9 is 18 seconds behind 6th place and 7th place.
So yeah, we definitely have a little battle here right here for at least 3rd place between D4C Sigma and D4C 4-Speed.
Yeah. And I can't tell who's in second right now.
I got your in-race analogy here. I got Valley still leading. 31 sideways and possibly a caution coming out here as I was speaking. You got 4-Speed in 3rd. Rose is 2nd.
Rose in 2nd. Okay.
Rose is 2nd. 4-Speed 3rd. Horn 4th. And it was RJ in 5th there.
I'm seeing Sigma in 4th and Sledgehammer 5th. Unless you got something different than what I got here.
I could have heard the guys wrong, man. They were focusing pretty heavy as they were
10 to go.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much spread out here, and Valley still continues to stay out here. I'm certain that he's got the same amount of fuel that the 8 car has here, which is going to put him 5 laps short. So we should see him on pit road, the next 4 laps anyway.
I would definitely say so. I'm just going through the field. As the 22 of Matt Brown, he's making his way up, going to pass the 10. As he just lets him go. Good drivers. There's a lot of good, clean driving out here. That's what you like to see, Gotham. I mean, everybody in this league is clean. They're smart drivers. You don't necessarily have to be the fastest guy on the track, but being a smart driver is going to get you places in D4C.
Yeah, I definitely look for that in people, man, when I try to bring them into the Cup Series, and for the most part, man, I say that everybody is a pretty heads-up driver and knows their surroundings, you know.
Well, since we got you in the booth here, Gotham, what do you look for next season in the Cup Series here? What are you looking for here?
Next season, the 2019 season?
Yeah, the draft that went on tonight for the new season.
Honestly, I don't.
What are
I'm missing here.
What are you expecting? What are your expectations for this upcoming season?
For the series.
For this upcoming season, once we get underway, because this is the last winter race of the season, as we have the Daytona duels next Sunday.
I almost expect it to be a coin toss, man, on who's going to win each race each week. Everybody here has got their strong suits each week, and a lot of potential to go out and win races. I know there's going to be a lot of really, really good battles, man. With as clean as the drivers are, they're able to go 2-3 wide and not have issues. And it's just a lot of fun and excitement all year long. And I'm stoked, man. I'm ready to get to be involved in it on the track just as much as if I blow a motor. I know I'll come in here and watch this thing and have just as much fun watching it, because these drivers they put on a show, man.
It's definitely something to watch, I will say that. It looks like the 88 of D4C Sigma got in the grass a little bit right here, and Valley's got like 3 cars in front of him.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the 8 car on pit road right now. So
he's staying
out. He did not pit. The 2 cars on pit road.
Look at this, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. See that? They knew the leader was there.
That's good, clean driving from all 3 of those drivers right there.
Stuff.
Let Valley have the inside line, clear him coming to start finish up the hill.
Now we got Sigma trying to push him up to the corner.
And the 8 car is going to be out right there. And if you look at his place on the track, and we know you don't lose a lap, he just went a lap down to the 21 coming off of pit road.
Well, that's the big distance they had between him and 5th place he was in. He probably had about 15 seconds on 5th place when he came down.
Yeah. Yep. So Valley's going to hit the pit, take a half a can of fuel. Without a caution, I don't see where anybody can catch him.
They're going to need a caution, without a doubt. Because Rose is currently running second, I do believe. Unless, well, he hasn't pitted yet either.
No, he's got a pit too. And I'm pretty sure he's about 7 seconds back.
As we have the 95 coming down right now.
I know a lot of people talk High Valley and everything, man, and think the world of him as a driver, but he's a hell of a driver, man. Watching him here, just watching the last couple of laps, he don't miss his marks, man. Every corner he's on top of his game, whether it be
one thing I've learned about Valley is exactly what you just said. I mean, so
that's
precise.
What everybody should strive to be, as a driver on the game, in real life and everything, It's just it's remarkable,
We have another person with a blown engine. Looks like as it's going to be Dirty Worm Germ in the 6th car down pit road, not moving at all. And that's going to bring, the 5th car, I do believe, because 19 blowing his engine.
Yeah.
That's 5 cars here tonight that's blown their engine at Sonoma. I mean, what
that
kind
California heat.
California something. So we're going to cycle back around the valley, see what's going on with him.
Let's see if he hits pit road this time.
Getting up on 2 wheels through the S's.
Oh yeah, we got some great shots going on here.
That's a replay-worthy shot there. I like that.
Yes, it is.
Here he
And
comes.
he's coming
Here he
road.
comes. Here he comes. Getting down nice
Oh,
and
look at him.
slow. Valley needs to stream, man, so we can get a what he's running.
Yeah.
Because
Now, do we got the 11 following suit here?
I would guess that the 11's coming to pit road as well.
yeah, they're teammates. I almost
Just
guarantee
venture to say.
I guarantee they talk to each other.
That's
are
kind
on
of
the
a
same
monkey
pitch
see, monkey
strategy.
do thing, isn't it?
Well, some of them call him Papa Valley. Definitely Papa Valley to Rose.
Poppy.
As I almost want to venture to guess this 22 is going to come out. I'm kind of curious to see what this 22 of Matt Brown is going to come out to Valley, honestly, because the 22 is coming through the chicane right now.
Oh, and
that's
Valley
his-
takes a half a can and no tires and is gone.
He's gone.
Nobody's catching him. Everybody's going to need a caution. He's already back. He's up through the S's right now and headed down the hill. That was so fast. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm trying to see how far back second place is. But Valley's out here on clean track right now. There's
I don't
nobody
even see anybody in the picture coming down that straightaway
There
right
is
there.
nobody in the shot with him. Just clean racetrack. You can just cruise around. No
Coming
pressure.
down through the S's, I still see nobody.
I might have just seen the 11 car in front of him.
Well, the 11 car's in front of him. He hasn't pitted.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, which, with-
No, the 11 car's not in front of him. 11 car is actually,
Oh,
he's just now going through the S's, so
Oh.
11's behind.
there's a wreck. The 8 and the 88 are together. They're off in the grass.
It looks like they held
8
it
gets
together
back
strong.
On track. Yep. 8 gets
held it
it back
together
on the
strong.
track. Woo. 8 is struggling on those 2 tires.
22 of Mad Brownie, man. Him and Poopy's got a good battle going on here, which could potentially be for second place or third. With,
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
They
top
do
5.
They do got a good battle going on.
See if we can find these. Oh, yeah,
22
side by side.
cleared
Side by
22
side, coming to
cleared
start
him.
finish.
I'm going to start finish.
Now, every time
Up
we
the
see
hill.
Poopy Pants get close to Brownie, he's made mistakes. Can he
they're
finally?
ahead of the 11, but this might be second and third.
I'm going to go and assume this is second and third.
Yeah, this
almost.
has got to be second and third. It has to be. Because the 22 pitted as the leader and took the 18 with him out of third.
You see Rose back there in the back, crossing the hill as they come down.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yep.
7.
Coming down the hill there. Oh, a little sideways action now. The 22 coming into the turn. Driving it hard.
Yeah, but that distance is growing yet again on the 18 of Poopy Pants, it looks like. Every time Poopy Pants gets close to him, he just can't close the deal as he gets in the grass right there.
I wonder if there's a portion of the track where the 18 is a little bit better than the 22.
Yeah, I think that he's a little better up the hill across the start-finish line, up the hill and through the S's. I think he's a little better. As
I think he's better right here. Yeah, he's a little better right there because he closes the gap quite a bit.
Yep, this is his section of the track.
I mean, you almost need to you need to be behind him to be able to drive it in there, brake really late like the 18 does, to be able to clear him coming out of that tight hairpin turn. As the 18 gets on the apron, and it's going to really mess his exit speed.
Oh, the 22 gets it in the grass, though, so that may even itself out. It's a great battle.
It did even itself out quite a bit. 18 needed that because the 22 was almost about to drive away.
Knight's coming into view that they're running down.
Yeah, I wonder if the 4 car is going to play a role as Rose is reeling them in here from behind.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, if you'll keep in mind that the 22 and 18 pitted really early, and I think that 11 pitted around the same time that Valley did, maybe a lap before, but for him to lose the ground he did, the 11 took 4 tires and has fresh tires over the over the 22 and 18, so he should be.
I wonder if we're going to see this 4 car come into here as he's in the grass right now, and the 22 is reeling up on his back bumper. He's on the inside. Oh, and he pushed his way up.
Oh!
That's going to let the 18. Oh, the 18 lost it too, and Rose is going to get the 18.
18 drove it in there like a madman.
Oh yeah, Tony Stewart.
He's fast, man. We almost call him Kyle Larson. He's fast, but these little mistakes, little mental mistakes, are going to cost him a shot at the win here.
That's something that happened to Rose there.
You know?
Right on.
How many laps we got left there, Deeds?
Give me 1 second and I'll let you know. Got him and at the line this time. We got 2 to go.
2 to go here. D4C at Sonoma. 12 turns, 160 feet of elevation. What a race. Valley Racing looks like it's going to drive away with another one. That's going to be his 3rd straight win, correct?
3 in a row.
Unfortunately.
Yes,
3 in a row. Oh, and 18's hard off in the grass.
Oh, yes, he is.
Trying too hard, ain't he? This is white flag for the leaders, guys.
He definitely said.
I don't know who.
He definitely said, checkers or wreckers. I'm going for it.
Yeah, I'm going to assume the white flag's out because who'd you get that information off of?
Yeah, I got it off the 8 car who is running in.
8 car is
right now.
8 cars a lap down because I remember Valley passing them early on. So yeah, they're on their white flag lap, and looks like Valley Racing is going to bring home yet another win for Team Red Spade. I tell you what, Todd, old man Todd, one happy camper to get him the 1st overall pick tonight.
Oh yeah.
But not only him, I mean that whole Red Spade team is. I mean everybody's stacked, but that Red Spade team got really
they're
fast
definitely
drivers.
the favorite, man. When you look at the roster and the reputation of the drivers that's on that team, it's hard to bet against them. You know, they got Valley working with the teammates as well, and everybody knows on Xbox Valley's hands down probably the best. And so that's definitely going to bring the competition level up.
I do want to throw it out there in the stream. I did beat Valley at Texas for the champions thing. I don't care. I did it. He came in 2nd or 3rd, whatever. I beat him. Booyah.
Well, since we're talking about it, and I got Valley at Auto Club last Saturday in our 50% practice race. So
and
there
you
also
got him. You was also neck and neck with him in Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Valley brings home the checkered flags.
There we go. Valley bringing home. Let's see if we get any races. They're done. Looks like
There's
88.
nobody in the screen with him.
Trying to see if we get any races going on. So can we get the top 3?
Yep. The 8 just passed at 55. That's the only race that I'm seeing. The 88 is on the 95 here. Oh, and he got him, but okay, that's there across the start-finish line. He was hooked on his bumper there when they crossed the start-finish line.
So we're gonna go ahead and wait for the finishing order to pop up once the race ends.
Everybody's across.
5 cars tonight, man. Blown engines.
Valley in 1st. The Mad Brownie brings home 2nd. Rose 3rd. AK Poopy Pants 4th. And it just clicked off that fast.
Are you seeing it? I'm not seeing it at all.
Yep. Thanks to Twitch.
Ah, you're seeing it off of Twitch. Okay. Alright, guys, so I'm going back out of here. I'll back up into
Muffin
the
brings it home
broadcast
fifth.
booth. Who are you guys thinking to bring up in here? You think about bringing up Poopy Pants, talk about a little bit of a struggle side of the story instead of a happy side?
Yeah, I believe that'll be a good interview there.
Yeah, man. So let's get the
Yeah,
top
traffic
three.
in here.
Yeah, let's get the top three and Poopy in here.
Some really good lap times came out of that race, that's for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt, what a hell of a race that was. As I'm going to take a quick moment to thank the sponsor for D4C, ColorStreetNails.com /Deeds. Finish it. Got him.
Starshine.
Starshine. There we go. Starshine. Starshine /Starshine. God
HD
damn,
back out of the lobby.
I need to make a freaking billboard right here in front of my TV with information for you guys. But yeah, we'd like to thank the sponsor for D4C, Color Street Nails /Starshine. Guys, if you are in the doghouse, I've said it again, I'm going to keep saying it every race, in the doghouse with your lady, why don't you go ahead and hit the Color Street Nails /Starshine.com. Get your loved ones some pretty nails, and I guarantee you, you'll be in bed the next night. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with the interviews here. We're going to start with AK Poopy Pants. AK, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, you had a strong car all night long. You just kept making mental mistakes. How hard was it to pass out there?
The car drove like junk, actually. I couldn't drive it almost half the time, and kind of hard to pass everybody until they made a mistake. You know?
Right, now how was the car on the long run? How did it feel for you? And what was your strategy coming to the end?
It started out bad, and it just got worse and worse. And I just pitted with the 22, just to be on the same strategy as him.
That was definitely a good strategy to be on with the 22 machine because he was strong all night long. Deeds, why don't you go ahead and take our third place finisher here, if he's in here. I do believe he's in here.
I'm trying to remember who that was. Who did we have in third place today?
That was Rose.
Mr. Rose. You in here, Rose?
Yeah.
Hey, what was going on with the car? How was it out there?
The strength was definitely the long.
So
I was on the short run, but it got pretty good on the long run compared to the other guys.
did you have a strategy there at the end? I wasn't
I
able to
was-
tell when you pitted, but did you pit before Valley and the leaders did, or?
I pit a couple, like at least like 6-7 laps after Brownie and Poopy, but I pit a little before Valley because my tires were absolutely shot at that point. I couldn't go on a strategy. He could. My gas was also, I only had a lap left, so I had to come in anyways.
Right. Now, what was it like to try to pass people?
Hard because very little passing points at that track. Turn 11 was a passing point, but if you duck to the inside, you wouldn't get the runoff, and it'd just be so hard to complete.
We saw that a few times tonight with a few different cars, and you had a really good run tonight. That was
Thank
that was impressive. We definitely seen you coming there at the end.
Thank you.
All right, got him. Since you were so nice to join us in the booth with your blown engine, do you want to go ahead and take second place, man?
Yes, sir. I sure can. Mad Brownie, you got a copy, man.
Yep.
Hey, man, that was a surprising performance tonight, man. I did not expect you to perform as well as you did. Run top two all night long. The car looked good. Just needed that little bit of extra to be able to put some pressure on that 12 car tonight, man. Can you kind of give us a rundown on how you felt about your run and your car tonight?
I wasn't surprised. My car was pretty fast. I didn't make any adjustments on it at all. Just couldn't keep up with Valley. He was so fast.
That's surprising, even more so to say that you didn't put any adjustments in, man. That's impressive, buddy. I just didn't know you was a road course ringer, man. That was quite the performance, buddy. I mean, that was pretty cool to see you running up front, man.
Yeah.
Just to chime in a little bit on the 22 of Mad Brownie. Mad Brownie, I've called you Juan Pablo Montoya of the night. You were a surprise tonight up here in the booth. Just make sure next week at Daytona, just not to hit a jet dryer. We don't want a big delay next week for the Clash Sunday night. I'm going to go ahead and take Valley Racing. Valley, man, your third race in a row. Another win, another victory, burnout. JK, that's not in the game. But how you feeling, brother?
Oh, tired after that one, to be honest. That was a tough one. No grip out on the track. Hard to pass. It's just tough altogether.
I tell you what, I'll be honest, I was a hater on your strategy. I thought you were going to lose if there was a caution, staying out that goddamn late.
If there was a caution, yeah, I was definitely screwed after that point. I sort of made my own bed by staying out after the 22 pit.
Yeah, we were almost, or at least I was almost counting you to come down on that very next lap when you stayed out. I don't know what the hell you were thinking, but you thought right. You get your third race in a row. Big shout out to you, man. Good win.
I thought it was 4.
Is it 4 or 3?
4.
But who's counting?
Who's counting? It doesn't matter. All right. Someone just wrecked this man at Daytona in the Clash. Make sure he doesn't win, all right? We need Juan Pop. Montoya, take care of this man. He's a jet driver. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this production of D4C League Racing, sponsored by Color Street Nails. Yet again, guys, in the doghouse with your lady, go ahead and hit the colorstreetnails.com/starshine and get your lady some pretty nails. That's going to do it. Until next time, guys, peace, and see you on the track.
Last chance.